Wisconsin Foodie would like to thank the following underwriters.
I'm always on the lookout for interesting non-alcoholic beverages. A fun fact, I gave up drinking alcohol 22 months ago. I'm over the moon excited to meet with owners of Siren Shrubs, Mindy and Lane. And they're gonna walk me through the shrub making process and show me what this is all about.
My name is Lane Cozzolino, and I'm the co-founder of Siren Shrub Company. We make shrub sipping vinegars, which are a mixer that are made with 3 ingredients: organic apple cider vinegar, organic cane sugar, and then whatever fruit, root, or herb we're using. They have a complexity that the vinegar brings forth that makes it feel like an adult beverage, even when it doesn't have alcohol in it, but it also mixes perfectly with alcohol. Since we first started making shrub, and because of our relationship with farms, it was really easy to get our hands on seasonal ingredients and just start experimenting with things. So we always did that in our home kitchens. Once we started the business, it was like we'd still do that, but then you had to get a little bit more meticulous. You needed to start weighing things because you needed to know why this recipe turned out better than that recipe.
What do we gotta get done today?
All right, we're gonna make 2 shrubs, the cherry and the basil.
Okay.
We've got the cherries, they're frozen in the fridge. I got them kind of prepped. But the basil, we have to go to Tony's.
Yep.
He's picking some specifically for this, so that's awesome. When we first started experimenting with basil, someone gave us a whole bunch of basil out of their garden that they weren't going to sell. And we thought, basil, that's a weird one. I don't know if that's gonna turn out right. And then we made it and it was amazing. And so I approached Tony and asked if he'd be willing to put in a bed of basil for us or some rows, and he agreed. And so it was the first product that we were able to launch. And the first year, we just made like 60 cases, I think, which was a full run at the Wisconsin Innovation Kitchen, just to see how it would go. And then the next year we scaled up, and then we've continued to scale up since then. And now he grows about 1,500 pounds of basil for us, and it doesn't get any fresher than that. So it's really great.
Tony Whitefeather, we're in Custer, Wisconsin, on the farm. We started in '06, we acquired the land, and we started from scratch. We've brought everything you see we've brought here. We've built the buildings from driveway to well to fertile fields. We've started from scratch, I guess, yeah. I think everyone gets to that point in their life where you're early 20s and you're like, where do I fit in? And in that question, I got familiar with organic agriculture, and it just kind of opened my mind into like, wow, maybe I don't need hundreds of acres of farm and dairy cows. I could actually have a diverse vegetable farm and succeed that way. And so I feel like not only are you growing produce, but you're growing community. I mean, at this point, I've watched little kids eat our produce and grow up, and it's great to have that connection with them. Lane with Siren Shrubs, yeah, we go back quite far. We've always stayed close, obviously, and in touch. And then when she started her business venture with the Siren Shrubs and brought up basil, I was really stoked. Like, I've always wanted something. I kind of still get a kick out of very large harvests of a certain crop, so I was in for the challenge. So we've been working together now for a few years on this and getting through the bumps and hurdles it takes to create a very local product. We try to harvest this like at peak potency and get it to Lane and the crew there within 12 hours, so they get a really nice product. Get as many oils into the shrub as possible. You know, she's trying hard for it. It's not easy. She could easily take other ways to make her product without doing it locally. Live long and prosper, Basil.
There he is,
There's Tony.
checking it out.
Hey, Lane, Minnie, how you doing?
Tony, thanks for the basil.
Yeah, absolutely. Excited for another year of basil.
It's looking good.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.
We brought you some sparkling.
Oh,
it's ice
dang.
cold.
Oh, yeah.
Not all for you, you have to share it with your crew.
Oh, you got it.
We got more than 4.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's done well. Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think coming back later for some pizza on the farm?
Oh,
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you later.
All right.
Thank you
take
so much
care,
for-
Mindy.
for all of this.
Enjoy.
We really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
We'll see
All
you
right,
soon.
see you later
See ya for
tonight.
pizza.
Yeah, awesome. Well, yeah, tonight we're going to have a bunch of awesome key players in our local food community around here showing up, and a meeting of the minds, if you will, and we're gonna gather around the hearth and whip up some wild pizzas. I feel like we're not gonna stick to any certain designs. It sounds like we have some other cool people involved in mixing it up. So I think we have a set of different ingredients, and we'll just kind of hodgepodge it to see if we can come up with some really cool pies. Yeah.
Let's get to work.
In Wisconsin, we have a plethora of alcoholic drinks to choose from. But I'm always on the lookout for a non-alcoholic drink that adds all the complexity and flavor of things that we normally associate with alcohol. Today, we're gonna check out Siren Shrubs, and these craft makers are putting together beverages that completely exceed the expectation for a non-alcoholic beverage. Thank you so much for having me in your home and talking us through today. What is a shrub?
Yeah, we're excited.
Not a plant. So a shrub is actually a colonial beverage. So it came over on the sea and went away with refrigeration, and it came back with the craft cocktail movement. It's made from 3 ingredients: organic apple cider vinegar, organic cane sugar or maple syrup, and then whatever fruit, root, or herb we're using.
Fruit, roots, and herbs. I like that. It's got a nice vibe to it.
Roots and herbs.
So what we do in the fruit version, we marry sugar and fruit together for 24 to 48 hours, and you let that break down the fruit and create a syrup that then you strain off. You'll be doing that today, straining off the cherries, getting as much of the juice as possible. Then it's a marriage with the vinegar, then a heat up process for that pasteurization, and then you bottle it. Or you can put it in your fridge and you don't have to can it, but that's the way we do it.
You want to get started?
Sure.
Should we make some shrub?
Awesome.
Make some shrub.
Okay, make a shrub.
All right, so what we've got here is Door County cherries. This is the sugar that we're gonna be adding to this. So once you give it a spoon, you get the cherries all coated. Then we would set that aside for 24 to 48 hours.
And the reason we set it aside is to get that full, you keep using the word marriage, that full marriage of like that fruit juice and the sugar, but also there is a little bit of fermentation probably that happens here, correct?
Yeah, definitely. You know, it breaks through the skins and the fibers of the fruit, and so that's what you're trying to get is as much of that as you can. So then, you know, after you get through the pressing process, you'll see the skins that are left over.
Sure. We have these cherries that have been basically marinating and marrying with that sugar. I'm gonna put on the old black apron here
Yep,
because I
and
can
we're gonna
see this.
stand back.
Okay, I can see this getting a little
This is
messy
a
here.
messy job.
So I'm gonna squeeze these. And it's just as simple as you're making
Get
it
in
sound.
there, yep.
This is kind of like milking a cherry cow, I think. Yeah.
You want to squeeze until your hand hurts.
Yeah, this is fun. Okay.
All right, so you've got the cherry, sugar, marriage.
Yep, cherry sugar marriage.
So organic apple cider vinegar actually comes from a company called the Vinegar Guys. So I will put this on the stove and get it cooking, and then you guys could start destemming the basil. But
So are we
it's
gonna take the
insane.
leaves off? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, so we can take the
Yeah,
leaves
okay.
off. And then we're gonna just give it a little bit of a rinse
Sure.
because it's straight from the field. So with this one, we're gonna wait to put this in. We're gonna start with this marriage, and then we're gonna heat this up, and then we're gonna add it in.
So more vinegar?
Yep, so that's
I'll
the
dump
vinegar
that if you
for
want to dump
that.
the sugar in.
Okay. This, what we're making right now is a mixer concentrate, correct? So this is different than what you would get in a can because that's already been diluted?
Correct.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Cool. Thank you
Right.
for clarifying that. So I just cram this basil in there?
Yeah, you can just put it in there, yep.
Okay.
And then stir it around.
Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble.
So you guys can bring over the cherry and put it into those containers
Sweet.
there.
Oh, this is lovely.
Yeah, that'll knock your socks off.
That was not smart.
It's very fumy.
Did you go down the
I smell. So since this home kitchen is used to make this batch, does this technically qualify this as a shrubbery?
Yeah, sure.
A place
it
where
does.
shrubs are made?
Yeah, anywhere shrub is made is a shrubbery.
All right, we have cherry and we have vinegar and we have sugar all married and heated up. Okay, can I taste it?
You can taste
Okay,
it.
great.
Hot, it's going to be a little stronger on the apple cider vinegar than it
Sure.
would be cooled. But you get the cherry too, right?
Ooh, that's actually really nice. The sugar, the cherry, and that apple cider cuts it enough where it's not cloying and super sweet, but you get that vanilla, you get that fruit, And you get such, I mean, it's so balanced.
Yes.
It's
yeah.
amazing. Great. All right, so into the bottle.
Into the bottle.
There might be a little shrub in the bottle.
So we have 5 different flavors of shrub, but our cherry is our most versatile out of them all, I'd say.
When you say versatile, what do you mean?
I mean that you can use it in pretty much anything. It pairs really well in whatever your favorite drinks are.
So we have the Basil Infusion, correct?
Correct.
We've steeped it like it's a tea almost, and pulled out that essential oil and all that good stuff with that sugar and vinegar. You mind if I taste it?
Please do.
Cool. Oh yeah, there's that vinegar again. It's herbaceous. I mean, you get that basil in there. And basil itself is, I mean, it's really well suited. I think like mint is often suited to be a savory herb. Basil's really well suited to be a sweet herb. And there's all those like comforting, soothing qualities about basil that really work well in this. And that vinegar, again, it gives it levity and you know, lightness. So I just pour this right in here.
Yep.
Perfect.
Look at
Leaves
that.
out. Yep. All right, so are you going to join us at Tony's tonight for a pizza party?
Am I invited?
Yeah, White Feather Organics. I think you've been there. Maybe
Okay,
not yet.
yeah. No.
Okay, cool. So they're going to have ingredients from their farm. Minnie and I will be mixing up cocktails.
Is there anything I can bring tonight?
Cheese.
Cheese? That happens to be my jam. Is there a place you would suggest going here in the community to source?
Yeah, the Stevens Point Area Co-op. They carry Siren Shrubs, and you'll find lots of good things there.
Okay, great. Well, I am so appreciative of being able to have the opportunity to meet you all, but also to be an honorary shrubist. Can I be an honorary shrubist?
We'll think about it.
Wow, cool. Thanks, ladies.